To borrow a phrase from my brother here to my right, we're in a worldwide competition for capital, and certainly tax structure and tax incentives are a big part of it. We are a no state income tax state, which means under the federal tax law that we're not at a disadvantage to states like New York and California, where they can't deduct any longer their state income taxes from their federal income taxes. So that is in and of itself a huge benefit to the city. Obviously, being on Amazon's top 20 put us on the map in the discussion for being in the tech ecosystem conversation, and certainly things like the announcement this week here at Emerge that we're being considered as a headquarters for the Latin American fund of the Vision Fund by Marcelo Claude at SoftBank. Those are all huge accomplishments and huge gets that bring us on par with Mr. Worldwide over here.
So, Pitbull, what does you know Miami as well as anybody? You know the ins and outs of it. What does the area have to offer to a tech company? And I note that a lot of what you do in advancing your business, your brand, is uniquely tied to the use of data. What does Miami have to offer to tech companies?
Well, for one, we should have got that Amazon deal, by the way, because Jeff Bezos happens to be from Miami. Okay,
that's right.
That goes to show you how much Miami has to offer. What I feel that Miami has to offer is real simple. It becomes a platform and a springboard for all the companies down in Latin America that Silicon Valley, Silicon Alley, or Silicon Paradise may not pay attention to right now. So we give them the opportunity to come down here, vet what they got going on, brief their companies, and when they're ready to go off, either they go straight from Emerge Americas, or we get them in front of certain folks in Silicon Valley, Alley, or Paradise. So right now, this is going to be Silicon 305, 305, 305.
Pitbull, I'm curious right now, we've had a bunch of companies list to go public this year. We saw WeWork, we've seen, we've got Pinterest is out there already. We've got Lyft, which has struggled since its performance. Uber is coming. Are these names you're going to get in on, or that you're already in on, or are you focused on the next generation of investments?
I'm definitely focused on the next generation of investments, to be honest with you. Actually, I missed out on Uber at an early stage. But as far as all the companies that are going public right now, it's a great thing to study on what's going on and how much of it is fluff and how much of it is real.
Right.
And that's why I like to sit back and look at to be able to see it from the root to the fruit. And what I mean by having Emerge Americas down here in Miami and see these companies when they are birthed, it allows us to really understand and evaluate what the outcome is going to be in the future. And that, to me, is the best process, because I love to see the journey and I love to see growth.
Oh, yeah, and you get to, that's playing out right in front of you. So can you give us an example of a name or two or an industry area where you think the real growth is, and not, like you said, among these companies going public now?
I mean, obviously, when it comes to, I always like to look at what's going on the biotech side of things. I think that when it comes to, that's a field that's always going to continue to grow, and people are always looking for technology to make humans better or to be able to cure humans. And that's why I feel that's a field that's always, I would say, something you could bet on, no? But the beautiful thing is, mind you, coming from the music industry, you never know what record's going to hit, what record's not going to hit. So it's always about just sitting back and being able to learn. That, to me, is the funnest part.
Mayor Suarez, I feel like we've shortchanged you, but I know you understand why when you're sitting next to that guy.
I totally do.
Nah.
This is my brother.
I got you.
It's just Batman and Batman.
It's all good.
Pitbull, we have this thing that we did last week called the stock draft, and it's a competition of some people who are celebrities, famous people like you, others who are investors. We'll do it next year. You have a standing invitation. Would you join us for our stock draft next year if it works for you?
Yeah, I'd definitely join you for the stock draft. I don't know how good I'll be at it, but hey, I'm always up to have fun. And like I said before, I'm all about learning.
Well, we would love to have you.
It might end up
April 23rd.
It might end up the stock crash if I can.
We'll follow up, and you can bring the mayor as your guest.
I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be his Robin. I'm his Robin.
Thank you. We appreciate it.